And be honest with you, when all this dust settles, the game of golf is going to be better off because you can't have both. And I'm looking forward to that day.
How the intense rivalry between the PGA Tour and LIV Golf began and escalated into the epic battle we see today? Today we're diving deep into the world of golf to unravel the intense feud that's reshaping the sport. LIV Golf versus the PGA Tour. It's a story of revolution, big money, and high stakes. So let's tee off and explore how this epic showdown began. Cast your minds back to 2020, a challenging year for many sports, including golf. The PGA Tour was reeling from event cancellations, and there was a palpable desire for change among fans. Enter Greg Norman, fueled by a past failure and backed by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. Norman's mission was clear: revolutionize golf and challenge the status quo. Armed with seemingly endless cash, he began tempting PGA Tour members, igniting a mass exodus and a whirlwind of controversy. The PGA Tour wasn't blind to these developments. In a frantic bid to retain loyalty, they pushed their members to pledge allegiance. Despite this, the allure of LIV Golf's lucrative offers was hard to resist for many. Tensions escalated when Sergio Garcia voiced concerns about potential suspensions, highlighting the growing unrest among players. This was just the beginning of a storm that would shake the foundations of professional golf. As LIV Golf began to solidify its plan to end the PGA Tour's dominance, unexpected challenges arose. The release of a controversial quote from Phil Mickelson, criticizing the Saudi backers, sent shockwaves through the golfing world. The PGA Tour, seizing the opportunity, doubled down on securing loyalty from top players like Bryson DeChambeau and Dustin Johnson. The situation looked grim for LIV Golf, with even Rory McIlroy declaring it dead in the water. But, under Norman's leadership, LIV Golf managed to weather the storm and made significant signings, marking a pivotal moment in this unfolding saga. The PGA Tour, feeling the heat from its new rival, took drastic measures. They started suspending players who defected to LIV Golf, sending a clear message: loyalty was paramount. This move marked a significant escalation in the feud, drawing lines in the sand and forcing players to make career-defining choices. Moving on to how did LIV Golf, once declared dead in the water by Rory McIlroy, manage to stage an incredible comeback? Picture LIV Golf at its lowest point, struggling under heavy criticism and facing a bleak future. But then, something remarkable happens. Greg Norman, the driving force behind LIV Golf, secures an even larger funding package. Suddenly, the game changes. Norman begins to offer staggering amounts of money to the PGA Tour's biggest stars. The temptation, irresistible. Imagine being guaranteed millions regardless of your performance in an event. For LIV golfers, this wasn't a dream, it was their new reality. But LIV Golf's strategy wasn't just about the money. There was a bigger vision at play, making golf more exciting, more loud. This approach started to resonate with many, offering a fresh take on the sport. However, the source of the funding wasn't without controversy. Allegations of sports washing and protests marked their early events. Amidst this, claims surfaced that the PGA Tour might have played a part in stirring the pot. A classic case of dirty tricks in a high-stakes game. Greg Norman's recruitment strategy was nothing short of aggressive. He approached players' agents with offers that were beyond their wildest dreams, and he made these offers with a catch: they wouldn't stand the following day. This tactic led to a frenzy of signings, shaking the PGA Tour to its core. The PGA Tour was now facing a crisis. The sums LIV Golf offered were unprecedented: $200 million for Mickelson, $125 million for Johnson, and more. These numbers were unheard of in golf. The burning question emerged: had the PGA Tour been underpaying its stars? Faced with potential defections, PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan took decisive action. He increased the FedEx Cup's top prize and introduced the Player Impact Program. But even these measures seemed insufficient against LIV Golf's advances. Not to be outdone, the PGA Tour launched a counter-offensive. They doubled the Player Impact Program to $100 million and guaranteed a $500K salary to every PGA Tour member. Elevated events were introduced with prize pools rivaling those of the Saudi League. But despite these efforts, LIV Golf seemed to have the upper hand, as evidenced by the words of Taylor Gooch, who quipped, "You're welcome," to PGA Tour players. Next, we're stepping away from the financial drama to focus on the sport itself. How did LIV Golf target the PGA Tour beyond just offering hefty checks? It's a strategy that's as fascinating as it is disruptive. LIV Golf didn't just bring a wave of cash, they brought a wave of change. They observed that the PGA Tour, for all its prestige, had grown somewhat stale. Their solution? Revamp golf's traditional format. LIV Golf cut down the usual 72-hole tournaments to a more dynamic 54-hole, and they introduced a shotgun start to speed up the game. It's like injecting a turbo boost into golf, mirroring the T20 revolution in cricket. But that's not all. LIV Golf also introduced team play, transforming the individual-centric sport into a team-based competition, much like the NFL. This shift isn't just about changing how golf is played, it's about redefining who watches it. LIV Golf aims to attract not just traditional golf fans, but also the younger, modern sports audience. The PGA Tour's response to this upheaval is equally intriguing. Instead of purely competing with money, they're leaning heavily on their strongest assets, tradition and legacy. They've brought icons like Tiger Woods back to the forefront, enhancing the tour's prestige. The PGA Tour is banking on the fact that no amount of money can buy the rich history and legacy that they represent. They believe that the essence of sports' greatest events, like the Super Bowl or Wimbledon, is their storied past, something LIV Golf can't replicate with just cash. Despite these efforts, both LIV Golf and the PGA Tour are currently at a deadlock. They've unleashed their full arsenals, but neither has emerged as the definitive victor. For professional golfers, the situation is complex. Joining either side comes with significant consequences. Decisions made in courtrooms or by the clubs that run major tournaments are impacting players' career trajectories and their rankings in the official World Golf Rankings. The choice between a secure financial future and the prestige of traditional golf is a tough one. As we look to the future, the question on everyone's mind is, where will this rivalry lead? Will LIV Golf's revolution take hold, or will the PGA Tour's tradition prevail? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the world of golf will never be the same again. It's a fascinating time to be a golf fan, and we're here to bring you every twist and turn of this gripping saga. And with that, we wrap up today's exploration into the enthralling battle between LIV Golf and the PGA Tour. What's your take on this epic showdown? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive, show us some love with a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more captivating golf content. Share this video with your fellow golf enthusiasts, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for tuning in to ES Club Golf. Until next time, keep swinging and stay passionate about the game we all love. See you on the green.